everybody, so I'm going to do an unboxing haul of all the books that I bought at BookOutlet. They were doing a sale recently, so I bought 21 books, and I'm going to try to show them to you, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each book because I bought so many that it would make this a really long video. So I'll just start right off. So right here is a semi-definitive list of worst nightmares by Crystal Sutherland. This is a book about a girl who whose family is cursed to have a really great fear in their life, and she's been avoiding everything because she doesn't want to find out what her fear is. So she's basically scared of everything because she's scared of finding out what it is. So the point of the book is working through that and facing all of these things that could potentially be her fear to try to work her way through the list. This one right here is My So-Called Bollywood Life by Nisha Sharma. And it is about a girl who was told that she would meet her true love by the time she turned 18. And she believes she's found that person, but then there's like another contender, so it could be either person. But one of them she just views as a friend. And both of those I'm really excited for. They're both hardcovers. I'll tell you how much I spent on all these books after. So this one is The Love That Split the World. This one looks like it's a parallel worlds sort of book. Basically the girl starts seeing, and it is by Emily Henry. And I think I did read the author name of the last one. But basically she starts noticing differences, kind of like the Mandela effect, I believe it's called, right? I think that's what it's called, when people start to notice differences, and she notices a lot of inconsistencies in the universe from what she is used to seeing. So basically it's a book about that, and about how trying to figure out what's going on. And I love parallel universes. The Chronicles of Crestomancy right here by Diana Wynne Jones got me into that. If that's something that you're interested in, you might want to check those out. Right here, we have got The Victoria in My Head by Janelle Millanes, I think. This one is about a girl who is very shy and introverted, but she really wants to be a rock star. And it's about how she is able to meet somebody who is who's in a band and a lead singer. So basically she's trying to make her dreams a reality, and it's about that. And I really love that kind of story too. I mean, obviously I bought the book, so of course I like that kind of story, but I'm really into pop stars. I don't think that they're pop stars in this story, but I know I did buy a couple that are that way. And this is from one of my favorite publishers, Simon Pulse, so I'm super excited about that one. And it's thick. One of the thickest paperbacks I've gotten, I believe. So this one right here is Placebo Junkies by J.C. Carlson. This one is about a group of friends who volunteer for pharmaceutical drug trials. And they volunteer for a lot of them. So I'm believing it's probably going to be some sort of a story about how that's an unhealthy lifestyle and kind of go in that direction. I thought it seemed like a really cool idea, especially because I studied psychology in school, so this seemed kind of up my alley. Although, like, not necessarily specifically because drugs aren't really my main area of interest, but oh well, it sounds cool. So this one is Remake by Ilma Todd. And it's about, this one's more of a sci-fi book. Most of the books I bought are contemporaries because I'm really into contemporary in the summer. So of course I bought like all contemporary because that's what I was feeling like reading. And now it's almost fall. So, oh well, it happens. So anyways, this one is about I don't know if she's a cyborg or what, but it's like some sort of, she's not entirely human. It says she was made. She was born in her batch. So basically she gets to decide, the idea is that they decide what they look like, but then it says that it's a lie. So I'm not really sure where this plot's going, but it sounds really interesting, and I like the idea of people, oh, and that one's also Simon Pulse. I like the idea of people what do you call it? Like, that kind of, like, I don't know, conspiracy-ish kind of thing. I don't know how to describe it, but then we've got this one here. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I'm trying to go fast so you're not watching a 30-minute video. So this one is 26 Kisses by Anna Michaels. And it looks very similar to another book that I have, which is completely not related unless they're the same publisher. It's right there. No, it's not the same publisher. I'm looking at the book on my shelf. That one's Swoon. This one's Simon Pulse. So this one's another one by my favorite publisher. This is about a girl whose ex dumps her, so she tries to get over him by kissing 26 other boys, one for each letter of the alphabet. I've seen really, really mixed reviews, but I was hoping that I was gonna like it. It looked really cute. It sounded like it could be cool, and it's by my favorite publisher, so I was hoping. But who knows? Maybe I'll be one of the people that doesn't like it, but fingers crossed, no. This one right here is Miss Mayhem by Rachel Hawkins. This is actually part of a series, Rebel Belle. And I've got that, well, it's down there. I'll grab it and show you. It's about a beauty pageant girl who, like, fights and stuff. I think she ends up being like a paladin or something. I don't remember the exact story plot. It's been a while since I read the first book, but the general idea is that, like, she's a beauty queen, but she also ends up pulled into, like, this fighting thing, being like a superhero of some sort, kind of. This one here is All in Pieces by Suzanne Young, and she's actually one of the authors that came to chat with us in Words and Whimsy. So I was a part of that chat, and she's really nice, and I love her books. She's done, she did The Program and Girls with Sharp Sticks, so she's awesome, and I love her books. This one right here, what was it about again? I bought so many books, I can't remember what all of them are about. I mostly just bought this because she wrote it. Oh, yep, this is the one that's about a girl whose brother, she gets sent to a, like a, what's it called, an alternative education school? Yeah, because she got in trouble, because she got into a fight with somebody because they were making fun of her disabled brother, and her dad one of her parents is an alcoholic and the other one either left or passed away. I don't remember which, but it sounded like a really good story. Kind of dark, darker than I normally, I go for kind of dark, but like, I don't know, a weird range of darkness. And that one's kind of like on the edge of how dark I'll go for contemporaries at least. But I did like the sounds of it. It sounds really good. And she's an awesome writer. So this one right here is A Funny Thing About Love by Erin Downing. And it is 3 short stories actually, but it doesn't look like they're that short because this is thick. We've got Dancing Queen, Prom Crashers, and Drive Me Crazy. So Dancing Queen is about a girl who lands an internship at a television station in London, and she seems to have a love interest with a pop star. In Prom Crashers, there's a girl who wants to find a guy that she met that she really liked, so she crashes every prom in town trying to find him because she knows he's going to a prom. And in Drive Me Crazy, there's a guy that this girl's not very interested in who crashes her all-girls road trip, and it sounds like he's going to develop into a love interest. So they all sound really good, but I'm not going to lie, the third one doesn't sound as interesting to me as the other two, but I'm sure I'll like it anyways. And that one is from Simon Pulse again. So I'm super excited. I got a whole bunch of Simon Pulse because honestly, if I see that publisher name, I'll pick the book up anyways. It doesn't matter. Like, I'll just pick it up because I know I like their books. Then I got Empress of a Thousand Skies. And this one is by Rhoda Beliza, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm not great at pronouncing people's names. And this one I've heard a lot of things about and it's positive. So I'm hoping that I really like it. Here's another sci-fi. I guess I was feeling sci-fi and contemporary. I don't think I bought any fantasy books this time, which is weird. Usually I go for fantasy and contemporary. But so this is about a princess who is trying to destroy the people who killed her family. And she's trying to also claim her throne. And then it's also about a warrior who is the star of a drone vision show. And it seems like they're gonna their stories are gonna intersect, which is really cool. And it sounds like there's an element of oh, this is cool. The light's like shining off the book right now onto me. That's kind of neat. So it sounds like there's also an element of like prejudice against him because he's a different alien race that I guess people aren't as accommodating of. They're kind of like racist against that race. But I don't know if I can pronounce the alien race, and I'm not going to try. Right here, we've got None of the Above. This is a story about a girl who discovers that she's actually intersex. She lived her entire life believing that she was just 100% female, and then she tries to have sex for the first time with her boyfriend, and then it goes horribly wrong. I don't know exactly how it goes horribly wrong, but it says it goes wrong, so she ends up in the hospital. And at the hospital, they find out that she's actually intersex. So she has male and female parts. So she is basically her coping with this realization that she's not what she thought she was. And about the fact that I guess somehow her entire school finds out. I'm guessing the boyfriend, but you never know. Maybe it was like a friend or something, but clearly there's going to be a betrayal arc in that story. So I'm very interested in that one. That one might be at like the top of my list so far of the ones I've grabbed. Then we've got, oh, did I say the author name? I don't think I did. This is I.W. Gregorio. Although I think that one's a pretty unique title, so I think it'd be easier to find anyways. So we've got Love and First Sight. This one's by Josh Sundquist, and it is about somebody who is blind who meets a girl and starts to develop feelings for her, and then he finds out that he can get surgery to be able to see, and that he's upset because he finds out the girl's not actually very attractive. So I'm guessing the surgery goes well, and that he does get the ability to see, but I don't know. I haven't looked into the author, but I'm wondering if he is sighted or if he is not sighted, because this is a very sensitive subject for some people because this character is born blind. So I don't know if some people would, I don't know. I'm just saying it's a sensitive subject, so I'm not sure exactly how he approaches it, and if he had sensitivity readers for that, I'm hoping. I'm legally blind myself, but I'm not, for all intents and purposes, I can see as long as I have my glasses on. But that's not the same thing. I believe this character is completely blind, has no sight. So anyways, then the next one is The Summer of Chasing Mermaids. That's by Sarah Auchler. And it is also a Simon Pauls book. So this one is about a girl who loses the ability to speak after a boating accident. And so she moves to a quiet town and seems to fall for a guy. And it mentions mermaids a couple times. Somebody thinks she's a mermaid in the story. So I'm wondering if it's actually contemporary or if she's going to actually be a mermaid, which would be kind of cool. And this cover is beautiful. I love that they gave her kind of mermaid-esque vibes with like the shells all around her hair, and I love her hair. It looks so cute. So anyways, that book sounds really good. And then we have got My Unscripted Life. This one is by Lauren Morrill. And what is this one about? This is another one that I don't remember. Oh, okay, yep. It's about a girl who gets rejected from the pre-college fine arts program that she wanted to get into. And then because she's still in town, she ends up meeting a pop star who is there. And I think he's only there for the summer. And she, basically it's a love story about her and the guy. And about whether or not they will be successful. Because A, he's a pop star, and B, he's going to be leaving at the end of the summer. It sounds okay. I don't know that I'm going to love it. But I think I will really like it. This one right here is Just Like the Movies, and it is by Kelly Fiore, and it looks like they've got a bunch of books that are part of like a related theme, by completely different authors, each of them, but if you can see on the back, there's 6 other books, all, like I said, by different authors, but same publishing company, Bloomsbury. So we've got this one here is about a nerdy girl who is overachieving, but is not successful in love. And another girl who can't get her boyfriend. Oh, wait. Two girls. I don't know which one's which in this description because it says she and then it switches to two people's names. So I don't know who is the first she. So anyways, there's two girls. One of them can't get her boyfriend to say I love you and the other one can't get a boyfriend at all. They go to see Titanic and they decide they want to try to get perfect romantic moments just like in the movies. So it sounds kind of interesting. I'm not really sure how well this is going to work out for them. But some of the other books that are listed on the back that I think would, if you do like this one, are Fool Me Twice, Wish You Were Italian, Not in the Script, Wild Hearts, Red Girl, Blue Boy, and Everything But the Truth. So those all sound like they would probably be interesting too, and I'll probably look for them on BookOutlet the next time I go to place an order to see if they've got any of those other titles. Well, maybe I might want to read this one first to make sure I like it, but it sounds like I would like those too. Just because, well, sounds like. I didn't read the description for any of those books. All I saw was their photo on the back, and I said, yes, I want them. So this book is called For the Record, and it's by Charlotte Huang. I don't know how to say her last name, but I'm guessing. So this one, it says on the back, don't miss Gone Geek. So I'm hoping, or Going Geek. So I'm hoping that's not a sequel. I mean, I guess it could be a sequel. I'm hoping this one's not a sequel. But who knows? And this one is about a girl who loses a singing competition and wants to be a superstar. And then she gets into a band, and the band is really popular, and it's about how the band, I guess, doesn't like her. And I don't know. It says she needs to make the fans like her too, so I'm wondering if the fans don't like her either. And she's trying to handle being famous, and she's not sure if she can deal with it. And it looks, I love this cover. It's beautiful. This one actually might be, this one's at the top of my list too. This one with none of the above. Both of those sound amazing, and I really like that cover. I like the other one's cover too, but I don't know, something about that one's just speaking to me. And then we've got right here, this one, the title's very small. Well, That Was Awkward, and it's by Rachel Vale. And this one is, it looks like it's like a love square instead of a triangle, a love square. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, then this might be the book for you. It is about a girl who learns that her friend likes her crush, so she decides to help her friend text the crush, which seems really weird. Like, that's a horrible idea. That's a recipe for disaster. I'm sorry. But if my friend liked my crush, theoretically, like, I would never offer to text him for her. Like, that's awful. But anyways, I really like that there is a bunny on the cover. I'm wondering if it's the pet of, like, this guy here. I'm not sure, like, how well the cover depicts what's in the book. But I'm kind of, like, fingers crossed that there is a bunny. And I also see, like, a tortoise or turtle. And so I'm here for that too. I don't have a tortoise, turtle, whatever. I only have rabbits, but I've always wanted one. I thought they'd be cool to have. The only problem is they will outlive you by a long shot. So you need to have like a will prepared for where that animal is going. Yeah, so that one sounds good, but it sounds like I would feel kind of uncomfortable for several moments during it because I'm sure there's going to be like some sort of a betrayal in it, and I don't really love stories with betrayal. I don't like it when, I don't want to say I don't like stories with negative feelings, because I like it when it's, like, sad or like, angry, but if it's, like, guilt or something, like, I don't know, like, it just is a different kind of negative feeling, and it just kind of, like, sits in your soul, and I don't like to read that. It makes me feel, like, dirty inside, which is a weird thing, but it's just, you know, everyone has their preferences. So this one is Moon Shadow by Erin Downing. Did I get another book by Erin Downing? No, did I? This one. This one's by Erin Downing. This trilogy. That's cool. I didn't even realize that I did that. I wonder if she wrote all three of those short stories. I didn't even think about that when I read her name. Anyways, this one looks like a middle grade, and it's about a girl whose shadow separates from her during a lunar eclipse, and it's about how the shadow is the her that she always wanted to be. So she's basically trying to figure out how to deal with that. I'm guessing there's going to be an element of like gathering the courage to be the person she always wanted to be in it, and that probably is how the shadow, like, a lot of these things, you read the description and you know how the plot's gonna go, like, you know where it's going. But anyways, so then this one here, is that the last one? No, there's one more after this, if anyone was counting. This is number 20. This one is A Kiss in the Dark, and it's by Gina, Sioka, maybe? And this one also has a picture of another book on the back, so it might be a sequel. But it's about a girl who, it doesn't sound like a sequel. It's a girl who kisses somebody when the lights go out at a football game, and that she wants to find out who the guy is. And so the story is basically about trying to figure out who it was that she kissed, and that there's a couple of people that she thinks it could possibly be. And it sounds really good, but honestly, I don't like this cover. I really hate this cover. I know that's, like, don't judge a book by the cover, but I always do. And I really hate this cover. So I'm hoping that the book just didn't get the cover it deserved, and that it's, like, a really good story, because it sounds like a really good plot. It's just, this cover would never make me be like, yes, I must have this. But clearly I did buy it anyways, so I guess it worked out. Hopefully, if it's good. And then this last one is The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Corey, I believe. And it actually has a quote at the top by Sarah J. Maas saying that she loved the book, basically. She said it was a rare glittering jewel. And this is in Aladdin retelling from the point of view of the genie. And it seems like the genie is going to... Oh, Marissa Meyer actually wrote on the back too. And so did Renee Adier. So that's really good. It's got a lot of really great authors that are recommending this book. And it is... Basically, she's a powerful genie, but it says Ginny, like Jinni, so they spelled it different. And that she is basically trying to figure out how to free herself. So I'm not sure exactly what kind of a take they're going to take on it, but it's definitely interesting. And so that is all of the books. I would say of them, the ones I am the most excited for, I'm just going to grab them from the pile, are probably, try not to knock everything over as I grab these, probably these three. Yeah, probably these three. So I think I'm the most excited for this collection of short stories, For the Record, and None of the Above. So I think these three are the ones that are going to be the most up my alley. And of course, I grabbed only the contemporaries. But they do sound like the ones I will be, like, the most excited for. And looks like my grand total was $38.74 is what I paid for 21 books. So if that's not a deal, I don't know what is. A lot of them were listed as, like, the scratch and dent books, but I didn't really look at them too much, but I don't think any of them are in bad condition. I'm just, like, looking quick to see if any of them have been, like, bound upside down. I know that's happened to a couple of people, but, yeah, they all looked fine to me. And I will let you guys know if I notice any of them being bound upside down later, but I think I'm good. So I will see you guys soon.